Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Sallallahu alayhi wasallam, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajmain. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabiyyina Muhammad, Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum. I would like to welcome all of you in this event, this webinar titled LaTeX for Academic Communications. I am Professor Mazharul, currently working as the Director of IQAC at AUST, Bangladesh. Today, I'll try to share some of the things I have learned over the years, which are related to LaTeX, and hopefully you will benefit. There are so many things to cover, so it's difficult to cover all these things with sufficient details within this one hour, but I'll try my level best, inshallah, to give you some snapshots rather. Okay, but before that, let's start with a brainstorming session, because this event is about written and graphical communications. I want all of you to give me your feedback regarding what are the elements of effective written and graphical communications, and give your feedback in Slido, please. Yeah, in Slido. So try to answer this question. I mean, what are the elements of effective written and graphical communications? And we are trying to focus on that. First, we'll see what are the things which are needed and whether LaTeX can help you with those things. So please give me your valuable feedback. What are the things, I mean, you're thinking when you are doing written communication or graphical communications? What are the elements? What do you want to include? What should be the attributes of those communications? No feedback in Slido. You can give me your verbal feedback as well, please. I mean, no problem. If you can raise your hand and give me your verbal feedback, that is also acceptable. If anybody wants to share, what are the things we should? Okay, diagrams, obviously, yes. It's a nice, attractive diagrams, obviously, yes. Yeah, email, okay, yeah, email is nowadays, it's clarity, yes, these are some of the attributes. Clarity, mashallah, yes. Yeah, what are the other attributes or features? Yeah, clear presentation, okay. Coherence, okay. Pie chart, yeah, pie charts are widely used, yeah, even in business presentations. Yeah, a slide figure, okay. Grammar and punctuation should be, appropriate, obviously. Yeah, you should not, edit thoroughly. Should, okay. Decent vocabulary, okay. Proper formatting, yes. And in this among all these, this proper formatting, I can say this is one of the main advantages of LaTeX, that LaTeX will help you with the formatting. You just enter plain text and LaTeX will take care of the formatting. That is one of the main advantages of LaTeX. So usually when you are working with Microsoft Word, you spend significant amount of time with formatting. Yeah, alignment, for example. Yeah, alignment. But this sort of things will be handled by LaTeX. Okay, data analysis, you can, yeah, flexibility to design. Yeah. Okay, getting some nice viewpoints. Yeah. Yes, and more. Obviously, what you have given, many of these are relevant, and also there should be more. So as I was trying to say that one of the best things about LaTeX is just enter plain text and formatting will be done, inshallah. Yeah, equations and graphical construction, that is also a strength, especially in scientific communications. You have lots of symbols and equations. If you use LaTeX, you will see that will be kind of seamless. That will, with your text, they will be, integrated seamlessly. Yeah, I have used Word for many years. I have done so many documents with words, but when I started using LaTeX, especially for um, scientific presentations, I found, I felt the strength in this realm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for your feedback. Excuse me. Okay. Now, what is LaTeX? Actually, it's pronounced as LaTeX. LaTeX, as you saw in the uh, bridging slide. LaTeX. This is how people are pronouncing LaTeX. And there is another pronunciation is also there, but I prefer this one, LaTeX. Okay. So it's a tool for preparing high quality written and graphical communication documentations. Yeah, it's rich and quite powerful. And there are so many numerous advantages of LaTeX. Generates professional quality documents from plain text, manages the typical format related tasks, and maintains consistent format throughout the document. This is also very important thing. When you are using Microsoft Word, sometimes it becomes really challenging, really challenging. So LaTeX can help you with this. And before you use LaTeX, especially in your laptop or in your workstations, before you install an editor, you either, you need to install the packages, and there are two repositories. One is from MikeTeX, another one is TextLive. Yeah, these are the two places or sites from where you can get the LaTeX packages. So you can choose either one. Yeah, but usually what I have seen over the years for the Windows users, it looks like they prefer MikeTeX, and for the Linux users, I think they use TextLive. Yeah. Okay. Now there are many editors. Yeah. There are some editors which are web-based, like Overleaf, web-based, and there are some dedicated packages. For example, in Linux, you have Norm, LaTeX, Gummy. In Windows, you have Text Studio, Text Maker, and more. There are many. But these are some of the editors I'm familiar with. Yeah, some of these. So these are quite powerful, but there are many. But one thing, what I have seen from my own personal experience and what I've seen with this, performance of our students, usually sometimes, when you are installing it in your laptops or workstations, sometimes it becomes challenging. Yeah, sometimes they don't find the proper packages, and they might have certain difficulties. But if you use Overleaf, then those package, you don't have to install anything in Overleaf. Overleaf will take care of all the required packages. It will download and it will compile. So you don't have to worry. So that's why in that respect, I would say for the beginners, Overleaf is really beneficial, useful. You can very quickly start in Overleaf. So I would like to, emphasize that for the beginners, it's a good idea to start with Overleaf rather than these Windows or Linux packages. So in Overleaf, it's very straightforward. Inshallah, I'll try to show you the codes. And I have already shared some of those codes. You can visit Overleaf and have a look, inshallah. Now, in order to generate, and in LaTeX is code-based, yeah, especially those individuals who like coding, for them, this is really, a nice, I personally really like it. I really like coding, and for me, it's quite fascinating. So I personally prefer this. Now, in order to start a LaTeX document, this is the first thing you need: document class. Yeah, document class. And there are many document class like articles, article, report, and other standalone. So many document class will be there. There are many classes. So that is a must. Document class should be there. And also, you should start your document with this command, begin document, and end your command with end document. And in between, you'll have all your codes, all your LaTeX codes in between begin document and end document. Yeah. So another thing you should know that usually for many tasks, you need additional packages. So usually they will be placed before the begin document command here. And I'll show you later on, inshallah, in overleaf. Yeah. So that's the thing. So, but you are strongly recommended to start with existing templates. And in overleaf, you have so many templates available. So rather than starting from scratch, you should pick one of these templates for academic journal, book, formal letter, homework assignment, poster, presentation, project, lab report, CV, thesis. So you have a wide ranges of, these templates are available. So just pick one of these templates and start. That's very easy to do in overleaf. And when you are using LaTeX, be careful about some of the reserved characters. So these are the reserved characters. So when you are, these are especially just like other codes, LaTeX has certain codes, reserved codes. So you should not use them. What I have seen that in overleaf, you have some extra advantage. Suppose this ampersand, if you use it in, when I use Ubuntu. So when in Ubuntu, if I type this, then there will be error and I will be forced to give a backslash with this. But in overleaf, it will be overlooked. That's a nice thing. So I have seen in overleaf, even if you have this ampersand without the backslash, it compiles. So there are certain advantages in overleaf. Okay. And now right now I'm focusing some of the basic stuff, some important basics. Yeah, some important basics. So usually we'll be inserting certain figures for our graphical and written communications, obviously. So before you insert your figure, there are some required packages, like you should have these graphics, GraphicX, all these packages, and then you have a piece of codes. Now the nice thing is in overleaf, yeah, some of these things will be entered automatically. Some of these things will be entered automatically. So that is a big advantage. But as you will be working with different features of LaTeX, you will see, time to time you will require additional things. For example, this piece of code, yeah, is something additional. Overleaf will not enter this. Yeah, the caption will be blank, so you'll have to give your caption. Yeah, label will be there. You'll have to give your own label and things like that. Yeah, so and you'll have to, of course, give the name of the figure, obviously. And in overleaf, it's very easy. It will show up. All the available figures will be there in the drop-down box. Yeah, so it's quite intuitive and very easy in overleaf. Yeah, and for table, it's a little bit more challenging in inserting table. Again, when you in overleaf, after you select table with this \begin command, some of these things will be automatically entered. But I would like to recommend one thing which I have been using over the years. That is this table generator, tablegenerator.com. It's quite useful. It is you can generate your codes for table, and you can import that in LaTeX. But one thing I would like to, from my own experience, even today I had a thesis meeting with my final year students. They face challenge with a very big table, so many columns. So in those kind of cases, when you have so many columns and maybe so many special characters, so in those cases, what you can do, you can have your table in some other spreadsheets. It can be LibreOffice Calc or Excel or Google Sheets. You can have your table there. Yeah, then you can convert that into an image format, and you can insert that in LaTeX. So for complex tables, you can do that. Or if you want to include some fancy tables, and nowadays, even I think there are online platforms where you can generate some fancy tables. advanced tables. So you can generate those tables in those platforms, and you can just insert that as a figure in LaTeX. This is an approach which I have done as well in the past. Now, another big advantage of LaTeX is when you want to enter these symbols, yeah, Greek symbols or even special symbols, those can be entered very, easily. See, just \alpha. Of course, when you are using symbols, before and after, you'll have to include $sign. Yeah, you'll have to include $sign. It should be within the $signs. And then you just write alpha, you have alpha. Beta, you have your beta. Gamma, that's your gamma. So it's so easy. Delta, you have your delta. Sigma. So it's quite intuitive. So it's, and beauty of your documentation will be, it will be integrated totally with that, with your text. Nicely. So it as we say, seamless integration kind of thing. Okay. Now equations, of course, in scientific documentations, we are using equations every now and then. In the brainstorming session, I think somebody gave that feedback, equations. Yes, we use equation all the time. So for writing equations, of course, you'll have to start begin equation and end equation. In between, you have your code. And this code, even in Excel, you do something like this, yeah? You just type that here, and the end result is this, yeah? Result of that code will be something like this, okay? So it's very easy. In the primer, which I have prepared in Overleaf, I have shared that with you. You can find different types of equations, even complex equations. You can even insert the references, or you can cite inside the equation, and so many manipulations can be done with equations. And another nice feature in equation is you can have, resize it. You can extend it and do some of these things. So inshallah, I will revisit equations later again, because this is very important. Managing citation, this is also very, very important thing. But there is a special format, which is BibTeX format, .bib. It should be in that text format. And you will see in many cases, in many journals, usually you'll find there should be some export features, export in BibTeX format. Usually those are available. So you can just download those references and insert in your document. And if, depending on what you are using, we are using Mendeley nowadays for managing our citations. So if in Mendeley, you can export in BibTeX format, yeah, in .bib format. So if time permits, I can even show you how to do that from Mendeley. So getting BibTeX format is not difficult. Yeah, it's very easy. And you can cite just by with the help of this cite command. Just type cite, and within curly braces, you give the name of the citation, then it will show up. But in Overleaf, you have a extensive, nice documentation regarding this citation. I would request you to visit that. And for managing citation, there are different packages. These are some of the well-known packages: BibTeX, NatBib, Bib LaTeX. These are some of the packages. Personally, over the years, I have been using NatBib, but today I saw in Overleaf, they are rather recommending Bib LaTeX. They're saying that this is a modern option for processing bibliography information, provides an easier and more flexible interface, and a better language localization than the other two options. So as you all, I started a long time ago, so I'm still using NatBib. In my template, you will see I have used NatBib, but as you are starting now, start with Bib LaTeX. Yeah, and I would, because Overleaf is recommending Bib LaTeX. Now let's start with diagrams. Yeah, our presentation is this event is about written and graphical communications. You know, we use different types of diagrams. in our written and graphical communication. So there's so many. Yeah, here I have just included some of these, handful, I mean, only few, but there are many types of diagrams. Obviously, we are quite familiar with flowchart, hierarchy, descriptive, all this. Now, there are useful packages in LaTeX which will manage all these types of diagrams, as I will show you, inshallah. So in LaTeX, a very nice thing is this TXZ. Yeah, I'm a big fan of TXZ, big fan. You can do awesome things with TXZ, and you can work like a pro. I know many of you might be familiar with Adobe Illustrator or Inkscape and those kind of things for generating vector graphics. Yeah, you can generate vector graphics with TXZ. Yeah, and the beauty of vector graphics will be, even if you, I mean, print and even if you magnify, I mean, still you have clarity. Yeah, so TXZ is very powerful. If you want to become an expert in LaTeX, I would strongly recommend all of you to investigate TXZ. It's not that difficult. Yeah, it's not that difficult. If you learn TXZ in LaTeX, you can do so many things. You can generate professional quality, press quality books or reports, inshallah. So please try to pay special attention to TXZ. It's a very useful tool for preparing diversified written and graphical communication materials. Yeah, produces vector graphics for production quality materials, and you can find a quite comprehensive manual. And inshallah, all of you will get these slides. From that slide, you can visit this and see what are the features of TXZ, inshallah. Now, some of the, I would like to show some of the examples of TXZ, like this flowchart. Yeah, in this flowchart. The beauty, I mean, of course, there are many software, I mean, which are dedicated software, which are available for generating flowcharts, even some dedicated platforms. I mean, websites are there, which will, through which you can generate flowcharts. But the beauty of TXZ will be, it will be kind of, I'm maybe mentioning it over and over again, that seamless integration. When you embed this figure, which has been generated with the help of TXZ, it will integrate with your document very nicely with the native fonts. And if you want to embed certain citations, you can do that. It's possible. If you want to embed certain special symbols, you can insert those symbols. Even figures, I will show you, even figures. I teach aerodynamics, even this airfoil. I'll show you one example where I have managed airfoil at different locations of a figure. So those things can be done. Of course, you can have this hierarchy diagram in LaTeX, which is something we use every now and then. And this is an example. This is from one of my aerodynamics lectures, showing the variation of lift coefficient with the angles of attack, how the lift coefficient is varying. And that was one of my earliest projects in TXZ. I use TXZ to prepare this document. Yeah, I know you can do it in Word, but TXZ, the quality is really, I mean, excellent in TXZ. And you can do animations, by the way. And I'll show you later on. So in your class, when you're presenting, you can have animations. And so my animation, I mean, first I show them the curve, and then one by one, the other things will show up. Inshallah, I will demonstrate that from my presentation slides, inshallah. So this is a nice TXZ figure. I prepared this yesterday. It's very good. So I know some of the esteemed faculty members are here. This is always a good idea to start with a holistic overview of the course. So this is what I prepared for my renewable energy course yesterday. And today I had a lecture and I used it. I think some of my students are here today. They experienced that the brand new thing. So previously I was using DIA for preparing this kind of content overview. But yesterday I used TXZ, and I saw the quality is really good. Yeah, you can use this kind of things. So TXZ is there. Then there is another package, Smart Diagram package, which is very powerful. Yeah, Smart Diagram package, and it can give you different types of figures. Yeah, and if you visit and check this manual, yeah, you can visit this link for getting the, I mean, sample program or manual. You inshallah you learn more about smart diagram. But I would like to show you some examples from this smart diagram. This is something called a descriptive diagram using the smart diagram package. Sometimes it's quite useful. And this is priority descriptive diagram. And when you do animation, they will come gradually. Yeah, it's very useful. In all these cases, you can do animations. They will show up one by one after another, one by one. Yeah, so these are all animated. This is also the bubble diagram, constellation diagram, circular diagram, sequence diagram, horizontal flow diagram, vertical flow diagram. So many things are there. Okay, this is chronology, another package available in LaTeX. When you have a kind of timeline-based things, then this can be used. This is basically timeline of my career, basically, yeah, from my undergrad, master's, PhD, all this. So I usually, when I have a ice-breaking session in my presentation, sometimes I have this chronology, and I introduce myself with this chronology diagram. Another useful tool in LaTeX is T-color box. And if you look at their manual, that's mind-boggling. Things you can do with T-color box. Yeah, these are just few illustrations, what you can do, but you can do a lot of things with T-color box. Now, I would like to draw your, again, special attention regarding DIA. This is a freely available tool. And in DIA, I mean, so many things can be done in DIA. And these are some of the figures which are available in DIA. I imported them in LaTeX format. These figures were exported from DIA in LaTeX format. And simply I took the codes from the export file and I inserted that in LaTeX. You'll find them in the document which has been shared with you. So in DIA, you can have a nice graphics that can be exported in LaTeX format. You can use that so this is a wind turbine. Yeah, this figure was drawn in DIA. Yeah, it was drawn in DIA, and then it was I inserted the codes in the LaTeX document. Okay, and this is a schematic diagram. This is a Rankine cycle. So this was drawn in DIA, again exported in LaTeX format and used in LaTeX. So DIA is quite powerful. There are lots of symbols available in DIA, and you can use them. Now, I would like to focus on plots or charts. Of course, we use different types of plots and charts: Gantt chart, column, bar, pie, area line, and more, many more. Yeah, this is a simple, 2D plot using TXZ. TXZ can be used for even plotting even. So you can see the clarity. Yeah, the quality. From when you get figures, usually students, they prefer Excel. You cannot generate a plot like this from Excel. Yeah, that'll be really challenging. And also, as I said, when it is inserted inside LaTeX environment, font and everything will match. And also you will be able to include citations with this. Yeah, citations can be embedded in the figure, and it will be automatically generated in the figure. And also you can include different symbols very easily. This is Gantt chart. Usually we prescribe that for our students in their thesis reports. So there is a package, PGF Gantt package, which can be used for generating this type of Gantt chart very easily. In the thesis template, you will find it. For the AUST students, I have already shared the template with you, LaTeX template. You will find it there. It's inshallah, I will try to show that again in the time of later on, inshallah. Now, these are different types of equations. Yeah, and as you can see, the Greek symbols, the way they are integrated is really nicely. Yeah. So you can give boxes around the equations. Yeah, you can include citations, and citations will be automatically generated. You don't have to type it. You just use the cite command and give the citation reference, and it will be generated automatically. You can have complex things. I mean, this kind of equations, sometimes they are useful. Suppose you want to introduce different terms in some equations, then you can use this type of equations with under braces. So, and there are many more possibilities, many more. Maybe I would like to say these are the tip of the iceberg, basically. Yeah, there are many possibilities with equations. In this short presentation, is difficult. Now, of course, in LaTeX, using LaTeX, you can prepare professional quality presentation slides. These slides, which I'm showing you right now, that was prepared using the Beamer class, Beamer document class. Yeah, and one thing why I use Beamer, see, right now I'm presenting it, you know where I'm heading. I mean, right now I'm here. It is already highlighted here that I'm here right now. I have already covered those topics. Yeah, now I'm here. This is my, right now I'm focusing on this presentation slides. Yeah, so you'll not get lost. I have received, really impressive feedback from my students regarding this feature. So in your presentation, if you have Beamer slide, you can have it automatically. You don't have to type this. It will be generated automatically. I know in Microsoft, PowerPoint, you can do it, but you'll have to do it manually. In LaTeX, it will be generated automatically. Okay, and even you can include special symbols there in that location. And there are some exemplars which I'll show you, inshallah, regarding slides. And in those slides, you'll see some of the things I've been doing, inshallah. So let me show you some examples. Yeah, examples. So this is my lecture slide. Today I presented this, I had a lecture in renewable energy, and these are the lecture slides. You can see, I embedded this freshly made overview, and then you can zoom and the relevant thing. Yeah. So today's class was focused on conversion technology, that is Zoom. So started with this. So when the students will look into this overview, they will understand, okay, this is you are giving them a holistic view, basically, and then you can focus on the relevant thing. Today I focused on conversion technology, so it was like this. And then of course, everything, as I am progressing, they know where I am. On the left-hand side, they can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so, and you can see, the graphic quality and all these things, equations and all this stuff. This thing, what you are seeing here, this is made with T-color box. Yeah. And I would like to show you another thing here, that with T-color box, sometimes, with the color scheme, with nice color scheme, it becomes really attractive. And in LaTeX environment, you can embed a good quality images in this fashion. Yeah, so what I did. Okay, I'd like to show you another presentation slides from my aerodynamics course. That lecture was about airfoils, introduction to, the first lecture in airfoil. Now, previously I prepared this kind of overview using DIA. Yeah, in DIA you can have this. You can export that in LaTeX format, but what I have noticed, when you export that in LaTeX, sometimes you have problem with the font size. Again, one by one, you'll have to change the font size. Yeah, so that might become a challenging thing. So it's, yeah, of course, you can work with DIA with this text-based things, but if you can do that in TXZ, in LaTeX environment, that is rather better. And this is what I witnessed. Okay, now I would like to show you a nice animation, what I did for this class regarding airfoil. All these airfoils are generated in LaTeX, yeah, using the data file. Okay, so let me show you the animation. Yeah, see, it has been done in TXZ. So when you are presenting like this with this kind of animation, then it becomes very attractive. Yeah. Also, I would like to show you another figure. Yeah, this. It was done in TIGSI. So it is showing the variation of the lift coefficient CL with angle of attack. Yeah, angle of attack. See, you can do this kind of animation. Yeah. See this. So this kind of things, of course, you can do it in PowerPoint, but the quality of graphics and everything, it's really very nice. It's kind of razor sharp vector graphics, especially when you print, the quality is really quite good. Okay, so again, this is for asymmetric airfoils. So this type of things you can do in LaTeX with your slides, basically. Okay. So those are some of the examples of LaTeX slides, and you need Beamer document class for generating slides. Now thesis, yeah, this is very important for the students. Thesis and dissertation can be written, and as I said, you just type the plain text and LaTeX will take care of the required formatting. I want to show you some examples from AUST. For the AUST students, these are your fellow, seniors who did it. So my students, my thesis students, I always, it's been a while, they're asked to prepare their report in LaTeX. So they have developed, a template has been developed and they are using that template. I have shared the template, a modified template with you, I think today, yeah. So you can investigate that. So you can see when this is Tanvir, actually Tanvir helped me with the template. I don't know whether Tanvir is here or not. He was supposed to join. Tanvir, are you here? No. Okay, he's busy with his work, but he developed this code. So your senior, one of your seniors, he developed the template for the AUST students. And if you look at the quality of the report, it's really nice. So this is from the smart diagram. Yeah, it's really nice. Very rich quality reporting can be done. So that was one of the reports, and there are other examples. This is from another group. Now they're in 4.2. This is from their pre-defense. Yeah, and I really liked way they prepared this report. Yeah, so see, you can see those smart diagram illustrations. Yeah, so you can see these diagrams there. Yeah, another report I want to show you, and is Munnadas, Lisa, and Ishraq. Their report was also very nice. I really liked it. So inshallah, I would like to share these templates with you for your idea. Yeah. So it is really difficult or challenging to generate this type of report in Microsoft Word. Believe me, when you have this type of equations, plenty of equations, symbols, then LaTeX has definitely a big advantage over Microsoft Word, obviously. So see, they have used some of these animations, and I really like their report. So inshallah, I would like to share. This Ishaq, what he did, he generated his plots in Python, matplotlib. So from matplotlib, he imported in LaTeX. So matplotlib in Python is also quite powerful. Yeah, so for preparing charts. Okay, so these are some of these examples. Now I would like to visit this overleaf. Yeah, let me show you overleaf. So in overleaf, when you go, this is my account. If you want to start a new document, of course, you should have a document class. And in this case, I have given article. And then you'll have to begin. See, it's very, very easy in overleaf. I have just typed B and begin is already there. Just enter. Then I would just type document DO. See, I have just typed DO and document is already there. So your text should be inside, between this begin document and end document. So let's say, hello world, that famous thing, hello, and recompile, it will be recompiled. Yeah, it will be compiled very easily. You have this preview option. But of course, in reality, things are much more complicated. Yeah, much more complicated. So I have shared this with many of you. Siam gave me those email addresses, so I have already shared this with many of you. So feel free to see the codes. Yeah, feel free to see the codes. This is a draft version, obviously. Inshallah, it will be improved over time. So what I did, I tried to gather different things I have learned over the years in LaTeX, and I shared here. You can have a look and see how different types of plots or diagrams can be generated in Overleaf. You can learn that. Yeah, I also shared this LaTeX thesis template with the AUST students. So feel free to investigate this. Yeah, investigate and use it. You can use it. If you're in some other programs, maybe you have your own template. If you don't have your template, you can get help from this. Yeah, you can take this and modify and customize it and make your own template for your program. So this is the template for mechanical engineering students, and now alhamdulillah students are using it, mashallah. So alhamdulillah, I think really you will benefit. I have some useful resources. Inshallah, you will get these slides and you can have a look, and you can learn more, inshallah. Okay, so it's a very, fast track presentation. So I would like to get your feedback now. It was a very fast track introduction to LaTeX. So I want to know in Slido, the most useful or important concept you have learned today. So would you please share in Slido? Just type the most useful concept, thing, or ideas you have learned from this session. Just one thing. Share one thing you have learned. Let me see. Let me get idea. This is my post-assessment to see how the participants benefited from this presentation. So this is for my own benefit. So would you please give me your feedback in Slido? Tell me, okay, coding, better way in documentation. Okay, okay. Intro to LaTeX. Okay, need to learn LaTeX coding. Yeah. Okay, anything else? Thesis can be written, yeah, in LaTeX environment. Yeah. Anything else? TXZ, yeah, TXZ. I'm a big fan of TXZ. Really, I'm a big fan of TXZ. It's quite powerful. Yeah, B format should be used for citations. For citations, okay. Management of citation, yeah, it's quite easy in LaTeX environment. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else you have learned? Yeah, an alternative for MS Word, obviously a much better alternative, and it's free. It's freely available. You don't have to use any cracked version. It's freely available. Yeah, 100% halal. Yeah, yeah. Anything else? Yeah. Okay, complete package, better representation, TXC, all these things. Yeah, Bib LaTeX. Yeah, Bib LaTeX. Yeah, Overleaf is suggesting, saying that is a good package for managing your citation, Bib LaTeX. Yeah. Table generator, the online one is quite good, easy. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for your valuable feedback. Just to summarize what I'm trying to say, that rich quality graphics can be generated in LaTeX environment, and the novice users can share, start with different freely available templates in Overleaf. So I would strongly recommend the newcomers in LaTeX to start with a template in Overleaf. And TXZ is quite powerful, and you can do many things with TXZ. So again, I'll refer to this, that, yeah, we pronounce LaTeX. Yeah, we say LaTeX, not latex, LaTeX. And we have this TXZ is the boss for generating diagrams. Also, NewPlot is very powerful. NewPlot, inside LaTeX environment, you can embed plots from NewPlot. And DI is also very powerful. You can export images or diagrams in LaTeX format from DIA, and DIA is freely available tool, very powerful. T-color color box is there. PGF plot can be used for generating different types of plots. Smart diagram has some colorful, nice features which you can use. And of course, Beamer can generate good quality slides. Yeah. So all of these things can help you with your graphical and written communications. With that, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Fi amanillah.